This is 14, let me write it over here, 14.3. Size transformation practice. So now we're going to actually size transform some things. So let's start off with the first off, they see the center is minus 3, 0. So that's right here. There's minus 3, 0. And then this is the size transformation scale factor. So that's the scale factor. So that's what we have to multiply. The new one's going to be bigger. It's going to be 4/3 as big as the old one. That's the scale factor. Make the new one 4/3 as big as the old one. But do it about center minus 3, 0. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, you take the center, right here, here's our center, and you count how far from the center to your point. Let's go first off with K. How are we going to get to K? Well, to get to K, I'll go sideways first. You got to go 1, 2, 3 in this direction, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that direction. To get from the center to K, it's 3 left, 6 down. But then what you do, that's the original. That's how far to the original K, from the center to the original K. But now we're going to blow it up, and we're going to multiply both of those times 4/3. This one also. Doesn't matter if you do the 4/3 on the left or the right. Order of multiplying never matters. So multiply that. How's that going to work? Well, you remember on your calculator or you just put this over 1. Whenever a whole number interacts with a fraction, put it over 1. Cross cancel. This is just 4. Here, put it over 1. 3 goes into 6. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, what does that mean? So that means we're going to actually move over 4 down 8 from the center to find the image. So let's do it. So let me go back here and get rid of this stuff. And I'm going to go from the center, which is right here at minus 3, 0. I'm going to go 4 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 this way, 8 that way, and there it is. That's the new K, or K prime if you want. That's the image of the old K. So it's a little further away from the center. It's 4/3 as far. 4/3 is more than 1, right? If you make something 4/3 as big, you made it a little bigger than the original. So that K is a little further away from the starting center point. So that's the new K. What's the coordinates of that K? Can you from the origin, I mean, from this origin here, what are his coordinates? Looks like he's back 7, down 8. Back 7, down 8. That's the new K. All right. Let's try now. So that's just the first point. Now we need to find the other two. So we'll do the same thing again. This time we're going to do it for L. So for L, starting from the center, how do you get to L? Just go 3 down. Boom. And then what are we going to do? We take that times the scale factor, because it was 3 to the original L, but it's going to be 4/3 that far. So how do you multiply that by 4/3? Put this over 1. These cross cancel. It's 4. So we're going to go down 4 instead of down 3. We're going to go down further. So the original was here at minus 3, 0. And then go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. So that's going to be the new L right there. So we've got the new L. What's the coordinates of that point? Looks like it's back, Back 3, down 4. So that's the new L. Went 4 down. Okay, instead of just 3. So now one more. We're going to go find the new M. So to find the new M from the center again, which is right here, minus 3, 0. To get to M, you got to go 1, 2, 3 left, and 1, 2, 3 down. But we're going to take each of those numbers, you know, times 4/3. Times 4/3, because that's our scale factor. We're multiplying everything by 4/3. So put this over 1, cross cancel, this is 4. Put this over 1, cross cancel, this is also 4. So we get 4. So the 3, 3 becomes 4, 4 when we multiply it. Okay, so now we can find the new image point. So from the center here, the minus 3, 0, instead of going over 3, 2, 3, 4, go over 4 and down 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4. There it is. Right there. That's the new M. What's the coordinates at that point? Looks like it's back 7, down 4. Okay. So now we've got the new 3 new points. The new K, oops, did I erase the M? Where was that? Minus 7, minus 4. Let me try that again. Right there. There it is. So we've got the new M, the new K, and the new L. So now we can just connect them up to form the new image triangle. So there it is from center O. Do you see what we did? We basically expanded. Let me use a different color and show you what just happened there with the expansion. We basically just expanded from the center, boom, boom, and boom. See how we just expanded from that center and made the new bigger image triangle, which is just a little bigger than the original, 4/3 as big. So that's like what a photocopier does, right? A photocopier takes the corner of the paper and expands everything from that center. That's what we just did. We expanded it, opposite of shrinking it. We expanded it from that center. So there we go. Let's try number 2. So this time we're going to start with center 2, 1. So that's right there. There's the center. And we're going to use a half as our scale factor, which means we're going to make the new shape half as big as the original shape. It's going to get smaller. We're shrinking it to be half the size of the original. Okay, here we go. So let's go letter by letter. Let's start with S. So here's the original. How far to S? 1, 2. So then we're going to take half of that times half. Half of 2 is 1. So that means we're from the center here, we're only going to go 1 in that direction. So there, that's just 1 in the same direction, but only 1 now. And so that's the new S. That's the new S. What's the coordinates of that? Looks like 1, 1. This is the new S. Let's go to the next point, T. So from the center, which is right here, over 2 up 1, that's the center. How far to T? 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. But then we got to take half of that. Half of 4 is 2. So we're only going 2 to the right from the center. 1, 2. So right there, that's got to be the new T. What's the coordinates there? It looks like 4, 1 for that point. That's the new T. It's only half as far as it was from the center to the old T. All right. Next, we're going to do from the center to U. Next point is U. So from the center to U, how do you get to U? 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4 up. But we're going to take half of that, which is 2, and half of that, which is 2, because the scale factor is a half. So half of 4 and 4 is 2 and 2. So we're going to go right 2 up 2. Let me get rid of this stuff here. To get to the new U point. So right from the center, right here at 2, 1, right 2, up 2, right there is going to be our new point U. What's the coordinates of that point? Looks like it's 4, 3. 4, 3. That's the new U point. Only half as far to that point as it was to the old original point U. Okay, starting from the center, which letter's next? V. How do we get to V? We go up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2. So up 4 over 2. You could go sideways then. It doesn't matter which one you do first, second. Cut both of those in half. So it's going to be up 2, left 1. Because the scale factor is a half. Up 2, left 1. So from this center, we go up 2, left 1. That's a funny spot right there, right here is our new V. What's the coordinates? That looks like 1, 3 is our new V. All right, we have one more to go. One more to go. And that's going to be our W. So how do we get from the center, which is at 2, 1, to our W, 2 straight up? So we're just going to do half of 2. What's half of 2? Which is 1, huh? So I'm going to go from here, just go up only 1. So there it is. That's the new, let's see if I can get rid of this. That's the new W right there. There's the new W. What's the coordinates of that? That looks like 2, 2. Is that the new W? Yeah, 2, 2. That's the new point W. Okay, let's connect these now. So this goes here, 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 and here. There it is. There's the image. What is that thing? That's got 5 sides. Pentagon. That's the new pentagon right there. See how it all was about this center point right here. We just took this center right here and we just shrunk down everything. Right? So these little arms going out to each of these pieces are half as far as the arms out to the original pieces. We shrunk it down by half. You know, if I expanded it all the way to there, 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 and all the way to there, we just shrunk it down half to make that new little pentagon. It's half as big as the original pentagon with center 2, 1. Okay, number 3. We got this 4-sided quadrilateral. And the center is minus 4, 8. Let's go find that. Minus 4. It's right there, isn't it? Minus 4, 8. So there's the center, minus 4, 8. And we're going to go point by point. Let's start with point P. How do we get from there, from the center to point P? Well, we go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, down 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 8, down 4. But what are we supposed to multiply by? 1.25, because that's our scale factor. So we're going to make the new pentagon, quadrilateral, 4-sided here, 4 sides. We're going to make the new quadrilateral 1.25 times as big as the old one. So multiply by 1.25. Use your calculator. Isn't it 10? Yeah, 10. And then same thing here. Multiply by 1.25. I think we'll get 5. Okay, so that means from the center, here's the center, I need, instead of going left 8 and down 4, I need to go left 10 and down 5, don't I? So from this center, let me erase this stuff. I'm going to go from this center left 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where I used to stop. 9, 10. And down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where I used to stop. 5. So there it is, right there. That's the new point P. Just a little further away than the old one. 1.25, a little further away. What's the coordinates of that point? It looks like it's back 14, up 3. Back 14, up 3. There it is. Found the new point P. Okay, so now, that's just the first point. We got a few more. So again, starting from the center, which is right there, back 4, up 8. So from that center, let's go to point Q. Where's Q? It's just 1, 2, 3, 4 back. It's just back 4. But then, you know what we're going to do? We're going to multiply that by the scale factor, 1.25. Oops, I'm kind of scribbling there. 1.25, and it comes out 5. So instead of going back 4, I'm going to go back 5. So just back one more, right? 5. There we go. So that's going to be the new point Q. What's the coordinates of that point? Looks like it's back 9, up 8. Back 9, up 8. There we go. Okay. Now we got 2 more. So starting from the center again. This time I'm going to go out to R. How do you get to R from the center? Here's the center. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Multiply by the scale factor. 1.25 in your calculator. You get 5. So I'm supposed to go down 5 instead of 4. One more. So there it is. There is the new point R. Just a little further away from the center than the old point R, 1.25 times further away. So what's the coordinates? That looks like it's back 4, up 3. Back 4, up 3 on that one. Okay, and now one more. So let me get rid of this. So from the center here. So now from the center point, we're going to go out to S. So to get to S, you go 1, 2, 3, 4 left, and 1, 2, 3, 4 up. 4 left and 4 up. You know the drill. You multiply each of those by 1.25, and they both become 5. So instead of 4 left and 4 up, it's supposed to go 5 left and 5 up. So we're going further for each of them. See if I can. Whoops. So it's supposed to go 5. Probably shouldn't have erased everything, but whatever. So 5. So I'm supposed to go 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. There it is. There's the new point S. And what's the coordinates? It looks like it's hard to tell. Back 9, up 13. Back 9, up 13. There's the new point S. Okay, now let's try to make this new shape if we can. So we got everything else kind of removed here. Okay, so now let's connect up these 4 points to make our new shape. So connect, 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 connect. There it is. So from center, what was the center on that one? From the center, minus 4, 8. Right there. From minus 4, 8, from that center, we have expanded this quadrilateral a little bit. 1.25. You draw arrows in all four directions, you'll see they go through the old points and hit the new ones. Then the new ones are just a little further away. See how it just expands it a little bit from the old to the new. There we go. All right, one more, number 4. So again, we got a center -3, which is actually this corner right here. And we're going to take this, is it a square? Looks like a square to me. And we're going to do the scale factor of 3/7. So that's a little bit less than a half. So we're going to make it less than half as big as it was. We're going to shrink it down back towards, it's going to kind of like come down like this. Well, that's probably too much. 3/7. It'll probably be about like that. It's going to shrink it down to be a smaller square down there towards the center, W. We're going to shrink it towards W. The center is W. All right, here we go. Let's start with the new W. Where's the new W going to be? Well, nowhere different. It's going to be exactly the same as it was, which is -3, because the W is the center. So that's not going to go anywhere, right? You can't move a point that's on the center. So if it's the center of the storm, if it's the center of the size transformation, it's not going to expand or contract anywhere. Next point, X. How do we get from W, the center, to X? Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to the right. But you know what we do with that? That was to the original X. Now we multiply by the scale factor, 3/7. How do you do that? Well, remember, you put the 14 over 1. Whole numbers are over 1. That's the same thing. 14 divided by 1 is still 14. Then you can cross-cancel. 7 goes into 14 2 times. And then 2 times 3, 6. So instead of going 14 to the right, we're only going to go 6 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. That's going to be the new point X. So it's shrunk down. It's 3/7 as far from the center as it used to be. Okay, next one. Now we're going to go, oh, and what's the coordinates of that point X? Looks like it's over 3, down 3, doesn't it? Over 3, down 3 for that point X. Next, let's do Y. How do you get over to Y? So, from W, the center is at W there, right? Because the center is -3. In other words, the center is just W. How do we get to Y? We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 up. That's a square, 14 by 14. So then we have to multiply both of those by the scale factor. 3/7. 3/7. Remember how that works? You put this over 1. 7 goes into 14 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. Both cases are going to be 6. So instead of 14 right and 14 up, it's going to be 6 right and 6 up. So let's get rid of this stuff here. And we'll go 6 right and 6 up. So from the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. Right there. So there is going to be our new point X, or Y. That's Y. And what's the coordinates of that point? That looks like 3, 3, doesn't it? 3, 3 for Y, and one more to go, Z. So how do we get there? Let me erase all this stuff. So let me put this X back in here where he was. There's our x. Okay, so now how do we get from W to Z? Well, you just go straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You just go up 14, but you know what we're going to do. You multiply by the scale factor. How do you multiply 3 7s times 14? Same thing, put it over 1, cross cancel. 7 goes to 14 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. So instead of going up 14, we're going to go up 6. Only up 6. So here we go from the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. There is the new point Z. And what's the coordinates of that point? That looks like back 3. Let me get rid of this stuff here. That looks like it's what? Back 3, up 3 for the new point Z. And now, can you see, whoop, made a little mistake there. Let me get rid of this stuff. Okay, now let's connect up the sides to make our new square. So there's the new square. Do you see how if we took the old center and we shot through, we just shrunk down the old square to fit onto the new square, which is 3/7 as big. So that's how we do size transformations.